throttle the revs, feel the ground shake, and prepare for two Italian icons to go head-to-head. In one corner, the modern hybrid warhorse, driven by cutting-edge tech. In the other, the roaring V12 legend that needs nothing but fuel and fire. Now imagine sitting behind the wheel of either one. The dashboard lights dancing. Ow. The engine's growl rising, the world receding as you press go. This is not just a comparison of specs, it's a clash of philosophies, of emotion and engineering. Today we dive deep into the Ferrari SF90 Stradale and the Lamborghini Aventador to see which truly belongs in the garage of your dreams. Stay with me for the next few minutes. We'll explore their roots, their design, DNA, the performance numbers, real-world feel, and the all-important question, if you could pick one, which would you choose and why? Man, you've got to picture this. A pair of jaw-dropping Italian beasts roll up raw power on wheels. One's the slick, high-tech hybrid monster. The other's a thundering V12 legend. Which one gets your pulse racing harder? All right, buckle up, because we're diving into both the Ferrari SF90 Stradale and the Lamborghini Aventador. And yeah, it's going to get wild. We'll talk heritage, design, specs, drive, feel, everything you need to pick your champion. First off, Ferrari. The SF90 isn't just any Ferrari. It's the brand's plug-in hybrid jump into a new era. They slapped in a twin-turbo V8 plus 3 electric motors, delivering up to 986 horsepower. Then there's Lamborghini's beast, the Aventador. Engine V12, tons of drama, Italian flair cranked to 11. Production ran 2011 to 2022. This car isn't messing around. No, why compare these two? Because they represent two different universes in supercar land. Ferrari's future tech versus Lamborghini's pure, unfiltered tradition. It's like tech versus soul, number crunch versus raw emotion. We're going to break it down in chunks so you feel the full story. 1. Brand and design vibes. 2. Powertrain and performance. 3. Real-world life and usability. 4. Picking your winner. Simple but deep. So let's get lit. We start with history and aesthetics. The SF90's cool but modern Maranello's hybrid flagship, the Aventador. Loud, proud. Theatrical scissor doors. V12 roar. Major presence. On the heritage side, Ferrari's been doing racing, serious tech, for decades. SF90's introducing all-wheel drive hybrid tech in their mid-engine lineup. Lamborghini, it's the underdog turned icon, wild styling, V12 tradition, big attitude. Look at design. SF90 hits with sharp modern lines, air vents, that dual-turbo hybrid bravado. Aventador slams you with wedge silhouette, macho proportions, scissor doors, and every inch screams drama. The cockpit vibes tell the story. Alright, before we peep specs, let's talk what you feel. Because numbers are one thing, but the goosebumps you get when the engine fires up or the doors lift is another. Trust me, both cars deliver. We roll into the meat of it. Swise. The Ferrari SF90 Stradale rocks a 4.0L twin-turbo V8 paired with 3 electric motors, pushing out around 986 horsepower. Meanwhile, the Lamborghini Aventador brings you a naturally-aspirated 6.5L V12, power varying from roughly 700 to 780 horsepower depending on the variant. The SF90 hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 2.5 seconds. The top speed of 211 miles per hour approximately equals 340 kilometers per hour, making it a tech monster on the road. The Aventador, meanwhile, clocks around 2.8 to 2.9 seconds to 0 to 60, and top speeds up to 217 miles per hour. Depending on model and tuning, pure analog beast mode. Beyond raw numbers, we gotta talk drivetrain. SF90 is all-wheel drive thanks to its hybrid front and rear motors, giving serious pull and versatility. Aventador is a WD2, but it's built around classic, naturally-aspirated V12 pushrod suspension and a manual-like feel in a way modern hybrids don't replicate. Let's talk weight and aero. SF90's dry weight sits around 1,600 kilograms. It generates up to 390 kilograms of downforce at 250 kilometers per hour, thanks to advanced aero. The Aventador, meanwhile, uses a carbon fiber monocoque, loads of tech under the skin, but still retains that V12 massive presence vibe, which defines its character. What this all means in real-world drive, the SF90's hybrid setup gives instant electric torque, razor-sharp responses, and futuristic control. Do you feel the tech backing you up? The Aventador, on the other hand, throws you raw, visceral emotion. The V12 sound, the pure mechanical feedback, it's old school in the best way, letting the driver feel connected and alive. Cruising the city in the Ferrari SF90 Stradale feels effortless until you mash the gas pedal, then boom, you're sailing into another stratosphere. Even its silent electric mode is slick. But the real deal unfolds once those turbos and motors lock in. Jumping into the Lamborghini Aventador, you hear raw V12 roar before you even sit. Once you're in that cockpit, you can smell the carbon fiber, feel the frame shiver. This command center doesn't whisper, it shouts, "Out!" You're not just driving, you're committing. On the SF90, cornering is sharp, nimble thanks to that electric front axle boost and wicked aero. It feels like you're in control of a beast that's been tamed for you. It's confidence wrapped in tarma-hugging grace, not a wild ride for the faint of heart. With the Aventador, however, every turn is a gamble. Steering is heavy, the feedback harsh, the edge thin. One moment you're carving a corner with precision, the next you're battling the beast. That's part of the charm. You're alive, you're engaged. For everyday usability, the SF90 throws you a bone. Plug-in hybrid helps with quiet starts, fewer harsh gear changes, less raw machine brutality. It's still insane fast, but you could take it out, get groceries, and not feel like you've just launched into orbit. Meanwhile, the Aventador demands respect. You won't forget you're driving a monster. Its ride is stiff, the interior loud. The visibility was never prioritized. It's not built for errands. It's built for statement, adrenaline, spectacle. Ownership-wise, the SF90 offers futuristic tech. But with that comes complexity. Hybrid system, electric motors, multiple drive modes, all rad, all leaving a bigger maintenance footprint. There's engineering brilliance, but also more bits that can need attention. The Aventador stays simpler in essence. V12, big engine, loud exhaust, fewer extra systems to manage. But simpler doesn't mean easier. The fuel bills, the servicing cost, the attention, it all racks up. You buy more than a car, you buy a lifestyle. The SF90 many means I want cutting-edge supercar with all the modern bells and hybrid cred. It ticks boxes: tech, performance, brand heritage, daily usability, touched by insanity. You feel smart and savage at once, like you're in the future. The Aventador is, I want pure, unfiltered supercar emotion. No hybrid cloak, no filter. You want drama, you want sound, you want presence. This car doesn't apologize. It roars. It demands to be seen and heard. It's your red carpet moment every time you drive, so check it. When you dump big bucks into the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, you're paying for bleeding-edge hybrid tech, AWD, and that nameplate, it don't come cheap, and the value shows it. Meanwhile, with the Lamborghini Aventador, you're buying pure V12 legacy, scissor door muscle, and headline presence. That legacy alone gives it collector juice for resale. On price, the SF90 sticker starts around US $528,000 and can climb steeply once you stack options and customizations. Yeah, we're talking serious dollars here. Aventador pricing varies by model and special editions. Some variants dipped in at around US $500,000, but unique ones blast past that. More exclusivity, more premium. Resale value is interesting. Some Aventadors hold value strong because of limited runs and big fan base demand. That means buying one might not burn your cash entirely. The SF90's hybrid future might bring complexity and maintenance. But the fact it's a flagship PHEV Ferrari gives it novelty value that could count later. Usability in real life. If you roll the SF90 around your city, you get electric quiet starts, hybrid flexibility, and high-tech cockpit, less brute, more finesse. Drive the Aventador day to day, and you'll feel the drama. Loud engine, a stiff ride, massive presence, and everyone turning heads. Luxury meets theater. Think about practicality. The SF90 gives you a slightly more versatile supercar. You could use it for more than special days, Aventador. It's show, now and then. In short, if you want smart supercar performance and future-proof bragging rights, go SF90. If you want scram it from a mountaintop style and raw legends, go Aventador. Let's dig into some real deal numbers. The Ferrari SF90 Stradale hits 0 to 60 miles per hour around 2.5 seconds and tops out at about 211 miles per hour. On the flip side, the Lamborghini Aventador, depending on variant, clocks 0 to 60 in the high 2-second range and can blast past 217 miles per hour in some trims. Pure beasts. For the SF90, you're looking at hybrid tech. A twin-turbo V8 plus 3 electric motors, all-wheel drive, 8-speed dual clutch. It's a modern marvel. The Aventador. Naturally-aspirated V12, single clutch in older ones, brutal exhaust soundtrack, and minimal compromises, built for thrill, not subtlety. When you cruise day-to-day in the SF90, there's a quiet electric mode, smooth transitions, tech working behind the scenes, less monster, more monster with brains. Damn. If you cruise in the Aventador, you'll feel engine vibration, hear that V12 before you see it, and know you're driving something raw. No hiding the fact. Ownership talk. SF90's advanced hybrid system is amazing, but means more components, more tech, potentially more maintenance headaches. Aventador's old-school brutal setup means simpler in theory, but still massive cost of care, fluids, tires, fuel, upkeep add up fast. For resale collector value, Aventador's V12 heritage and nearing production end give it icon potential. SF90's hybrid flag means future-proof tech, but market may shift. Bottom line, if you're all about cutting-edge, tech-forward speed, go SF90. If you want analog roar, legend status, and visceral drive, the Aventador calls your name. Check this out. When you're lining up at a red light, the SF90's hybrid tech stands ready. Electric mode whispers. Then you mash the throttle and boom, turbo V8 plus electric motors light up like a rocket launch. Modern performance with monster muscle. With the Aventador, you don't sneak in stealth mode. When you hit that gas pedal, you hear wild V12 snarling, body breathing, doors lifting if you're lucky. It's a full sensory assault engine. Exhaust, presence. No apologies, just pure supercar spectacle. On a track day, the SF90's advantage shows insane responsiveness, tech helping you dial in apexes, less drama, but high precision. You feel like a pro even when you're not. Hybrid assist, a WD grip, modern supercar mastery. The Aventador on the track is a different beast. You're wrestling a legend. You're in sync with the machine. Every shift and corner gives you feedback. It demands your focus, rewards your guts. It's raw, it's edgy, it's alive. When you cruise the city in the SF90, it's surprisingly civil traffic valet, even short trips. You can roll in electric mode or just chill. Then flip the switch and you're a beast again. Hybrid flexibility meets supercar credibility. If you cruise the Aventador in the city, you're turning heads. People hearing you before seeing you, you're making a statement. But you'll feel the right engine vibrates, fuel slurps, city stop-go, maybe rougher. But you're doing it for the thrill, not the convenience. For ownership, the SF90 gives you the vibe of cutting-edge tech, future-proof cred, and brag rights that you're driving a hybrid supercar. But yeah, more systems, more complexity. When things go wrong, you feel the depth. Aventador ownership is simpler in system count, but heavy in maintenance. Big engine, big bite, big spectacle. Fuel bills laugh at you, tires grin while screaming, "Replace me." And attention from folks off the charts? If you're deciding which of these two fits you, ask yourself, do you want tech-forward, modern, almost supercar of the future feel? Then SF90? Or do you want raw V12 emotion, analog roar, head-turner legacy? Then Aventador. All right. Wrap this up. Whichever you pick, you're getting one of the most epic machines on Earth. It's not a toy, it's a statement. So set your budget, pick your vibe, and get ready to strap in. Let's pick the winner in the next section. So here's the kicker. No matter which beast you pick, you're signing on for a lifestyle upgrade. These aren't just rides, they're declarations that say you play on a different level, that you demand attention and performance. Both the Ferrari SF90 Stradale and the Lamborghini Aventador bring insane speed, 986 horsepower for the SF90 from hybrid tech, up to approximately 780 horsepower for the Aventador V12, but they each deliver the thrill in totally unique flavors. Wrap up the visual epic. Show both machines side by side as the sun sets, engine lights glowing, doors open, its power ready to unleash. Then fade to title. Invite the audience. Which one gets your engine firing? End with your call to action. Tell viewers to hit like, subscribe, comment which car they'd pick, and why. Share the video with friends who love supercars, and stay tuned for the next intense face-off. Let's ride out strong. All right, folks, that wraps up our ride through the wild worlds of the SF90 Stradale and the Aventador. Two absolute beasts, but totally different flavors of supercar madness. You picked your champ. Now it's your turn to hit the road in spirit. Smash that like button if you're still buzzing. Drop a comment on which one gets your heart racing, and don't forget to subscribe so you're ready when the next showdown drops. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you in the driver's seat next time.